Maybe it's accurate and maybe it isn't, but I feel like every time I start recording, I say something like, it's been a week. And unfortunately, it has been a week. I will say that it started wrong. Not right away in the morning, but if you've listened to me before, maybe you have heard me talk about the kid who threw a shoe at me. On Monday, it had escalated to something entirely different. So when his class entered the room, I asked them to go to their table spots. He sat at somebody else's spot. I didn't notice right away that he had done that. I just noticed that there was a kid standing next to a spot where somebody else was sitting. And I asked him where his spot was, and he pointed out that somebody is at his spot. And it was the kid who threw a shoe at me the week before or 2 weeks before. I don't remember anymore. Anyway, so I told the kid that's not his spot. He needs to move. He needs to go back to his own spot. And he yelled no at me. And I just said, we don't yell in my classroom. Please go back to your spot. And at that point, he threw his glasses. He missed his classmates, fortunately. And then he got up and started walking around the room. Now, his poor helper, she was trying to calm him down, trying to get him to sit at his spot. He kept refusing. And at some point, he squeezed himself into one corner of my classroom and turned the lights off. And I told him that wasn't okay. And by this time, I was okay with him sitting somewhere else where nobody else was sitting. There were still some empty spots. And I said, just go find an empty spot and sit down so we can start. And then he flipped me off and said, F you, except, he said the whole word. I don't use that language myself, not normally. But yeah, he did. Not very loudly. So I'm not sure that many of his classmates heard it, but at the same time, it happened. And I told his helper that he could not be in my room at that time.